Here's a guy that we love having back each and every week. He is the play-by-play voice for the York Dragons. He is none other than Garry Clark of WDEB in Jamestown. Garry, are you with us?
Yeah, and trust me, it wasn't no honeymoon here.
Well, I know. Sweet Tea Bakery hotline is Garry Clark, and Sweet Tea Bakery's taking orders for pumpkin cake, pumpkin cheesecake, and all your holiday baking. And sounded like that it might have been a few turnovers there for York Institute. I don't know, but you kind of got a little run rule there by a very good Upperman team, didn't you?
Hey, I'll tell you what. We actually only had one turnover in the game. That's the sad part about it. I mean, luckily though, we shouldn't see a beating like this again until the Congress passes their paychecks.
Garry Clark here, and his humor is not on shutdown this week. York falls tonight to Upperman by a whole lot to not enough. Garry, talk about what the story of the game is. You fell 56-0. I'm not going to ask you for the stars of the game. Talk about the different storylines of tonight's game.
Well, the storyline was Connor York of Upperman. Folks, if you haven't seen this kid, you've heard the expression, Dennis, crazy good.
Yeah.
Well, this kid's Amanda Bynes good.
That would be a little bit better than crazy good, wouldn't it?
Hey, that's the truth. He threw for 224 yards and 4 touchdowns, ran for 154 yards and 2 touchdowns. I mean, he went through York's defense like a worm through Swiss cheese. It's just unbelievable how bad it was.
All right, what his name again was Connor what?
York.
Connor York.
Is that not ironic?
Yeah, really. 224 yards passing. How many rushing?
154 rushing and 6 touchdowns.
Goodness gracious. Well,
hey, he was scoring like George Clooney there for a while.
Garry Clark of WDEB York Institute joining us. District game too, so that can help you fall to 0-3 in the district. And I guess that the best thing that you can look forward to is next week, right? That's true.
We're hoping to get enough wins, maybe to get one of those wild card berths. We still got a outside shot at 3 and 4, but we're doing it on a wing and a prayer right now because next week we got to go to DeKalb County, and quite frankly, that ain't no picnic either.
No, they kind of blow that train horn up there, and once they get the natives rustled up, they're kind of tough to beat up there in Smithville, aren't they?
That's true. That horn's like a nightmare to us.
Well, York, you've had injury problems all year long. Hopefully, no more injuries tonight, right?
Well, we didn't have any injuries, but we did find out we might be able to recruit a guy. I seen on ABC News the other morning there was some guy named Bigfoot they found.
Yeah.
We're going to see if we can't recruit him for next week.
Somewhere up in those hills, he might be around in that Jamestown area, right?
That's true. We're going to see if we can't ship him down and get him to play.
Yeah, it says he's from Kentucky, so I don't know. Would his grades be good enough to get in at York?
I'm not sure on that, but he's bound to be able to block.
All right, Garry, we appreciate it as always. We'll talk to you next week, my friend.
All right, have a good one, Dennis.
All right, Garry Clark, WDEB in Jamestown.